Hello and guten Tag from Cologne, Germany. Welcome to my new video. And I got a message from Michael Tipton, and he suggested to react to a video about the city of Leavenworth in Washington, because it looks like a German town. And yeah, I never heard about this town, but I already knew that there are some German-like towns in the USA, especially in Texas, like Fredericksburg or New Braunfels. And there's a little town, I guess it's called Helen in Georgia. It's also German-like. So it's like a vacation town in Bavaria style in the USA, in the state of Washington. So let's watch it together. It's made by the US travel couple The Antlers Adventure. And yeah, let's watch it. Oh yes. Okay, nice.
Guten Morgen, adventurers.
Guten
Morgen.
Und willkommen in Deutschland. We came to freaking Germany, you guys.
Just a casual trip over to Europe.
We're just
really
kidding.
nice.
No, we did not go to Germany. I know some of you guys are like, what the heck? How are you in Germany now? No, we are not in Germany. We're in Washington State.
Yeah, believe it or not, we are actually only about 2 hours east of Seattle in the charming little town of Leavenworth.
Charming is an understatement, you guys. This might be the
Cool.
most adorable little village that I've
Yeah,
ever seen
look
in
at
the
it,
United
look at
States.
it. Yeah, look at this here. It looks really like Bavaria. It's, the typical wooden balconies and the big paintings on the walls. Of course, we have these typical German half-timbered houses we have in throughout Germany, but these with the wide balcony, wide wood balcony and the big pictures on the walls are special about South Germany. We don't have it here in Cologne or in northern Germany, so it looks really amazing. Because it's really German-like.
Complete snow globe material. I just wish it was snowing. Maybe we'll get a little snow later. I don't know. But there's plenty of snow to go around.
Wow.
There's some spots that have like 3 or 4.
Look at this! How is this even possible? I've never seen such a curved shaped snow. That's interesting.
Feet of snow just waiting to like fall on someone as they
Cool.
walk by. I mean, look at this one here. Someone's gonna come out of this
Wow.
door and be in the middle of an avalanche.
Become an actual snowman.
But what is an adorable little Bavarian themed town doing in the middle of Washington?
When this town was built, it looked a lot different than this.
Yes, it did, and it is a very interesting story how it came to be this charming little Bavarian town, and we're gonna share that with you a little bit later. We're gonna be taking you all over the place, showing you what this town is all about, but we're also gonna branch
Wow,
outside of the
yes.
town because it sits in this amazing valley,
Oh,
but
look
just a
at
little
the
ways outside of
mountains.
the town are these mountain peaks, there's frozen lakes, all kinds of amazing nature to explore.
That's
But
amazing.
before we do that, we need coffee. So we're gonna use that as an excuse to explore the downtown a bit.
Let's do it.
Oh,
That didn't work. Let's try that transition again. Let's do it.
Okay. Leavenworth. Yes. Okay. Nice.
On Dasher, Dancer.
Wow.
Prancer?
Look at this. Amazing. Made of ice. That's cool. Literally.
Who else is there?
Vixen, Donner,
Just
Cupid,
get moving, freaking
something
reindeer,
and
come on.
something.
The moonwalk. So it doesn't matter how much snow is on the ground, you still get a nice latte.
Well, I have my gloves on so I can hold it.
You're crazy, man.
I don't know. Just the flavor's so much better when it's ice.
Hot drink for me. This is why we came here. Take a look.
This is their amazing breakfast sandwich. It has just a little bit of bacon on there, eggs, cheese, arugula.
It's one of the most beautiful breakfast sandwiches I think I've ever seen.
What?
Y'all,
You eat
we are
this
such
for
suckers
breakfast?
for bagel breakfast sandwiches. Sorry in advance, this is not going to be pretty.
Wow.
Our warm breakfast sandwich, absolutely delicious. Coffee.
It looks like a hamburger, more like a hamburger than a bagel, but I guess it's a bagel, yes. But I like bagels, of course, but this would too much for me for breakfast. I don't eat bacon, but even without bacon, this would too much for me as a breakfast.
Super strong and ice cold. We came to Little Red's Espresso and Bakery. What they're actually known for are their desserts, y'all. They make homemade hand pies, which kind of just look like these amazing Pop-Tarts filled with all this goo. I think maybe we should get some for takeaway?
Yeah, it didn't seem quite right for breakfast. So.
No, we're not good with sugar in the morning, so we'll get this and we'll keep the pies
I'm
for
really
later.
good with
Breakfast sandwich,
sugar in
cheers.
the morning.
Yay! A great start to the day, although my toes are already going numb, so we'll see.
We're gonna spend plenty of time exploring downtown. But before we do that, we wanna head outside of town and scope out some of the nature. Specifically, we wanna do something that we've never actually done before.
Yeah, but before that, we have to go to Der Sportsman,
They're sportsmen.
because das good. That's a good place.
Wo ist die Toilette?
Y'all, I forgot my favorite German phrase. Ausfahrt. There's a
Hey,
lot
they
of
speak German.
farting in German.
Einfahrt, Ausfahrt.
Yeah.
Let's go have a fahrt.
Have a good old fart.
Apart.
Right, y'all? We got the
The
gear. Let's
apartment
go
drive.
hit the trail.
Okay, cool.
We're going snowshoeing, you guys. Check it out. Woohoo! Am I doing this right? It's a little awkward.
Probably not.
Man, these things give you epic traction. It's like having tank treads on your feet. We got a long way to go, you guys. We're going that way about. Oh, shit. Do I have these on right? Ah.
Okay, what is she doing?
Yeah, I think you just need to take a freaking chill pill, man. How strong was that cortado?
Jeez, dude. All right.
Wow, look how much snow. Way more snow than here in Cologne. But yeah, Bavaria has way more snow than here in this region where I live in Cologne. But even around Cologne, maybe you have, if you leave the city for maybe 30-40 kilometers, you have then also more snow than in the city of Cologne. That's a bit weird and a bit disappointing when you live in Cologne, here in the big city. You have just maybe 4 days in a whole year where it's snowing and where the snow is keeps lying on the streets, and then maybe like this one. But if you leave the city, then you will have way more snow.
Okay, so this is much deeper than we thought. You can see to the bottom next to this electrical box,
That must
Maybe
be 4 feet,
What
5
is
feet?
this?
at least. So we're on
Wow,
at least 5
so
feet of
it's-
snow.
Even though it's
Like
barely
this?
40
Much
and
snow,
it's
what?
raining out here, it's so hot.
But man, look at this scenery, huh?
Yeah.
We've seen a couple other
Yes,
tracks for
well.
snowshoes, so we'll run into somebody, but so
Really
far, just
beautiful.
us.
Yeah, but it's about,
Dude, I keep seeing snow falling. It's freaking me out. Any of these could fall at any moment.
it is very jarring when that happens because
Yeah.
you're so heads down for the trail and then all of a sudden you get clobbered by a big wad of snow.
Okay, onward.
There better be sweet views at the top of this or I want my money back.
There should be, if we make it. How haggard do I look, y'all?
Wow, look at this. Oh,
Venison sausage.
No, sorry. Back. Just wanted to see the view again. Wow. Yes, look at this. Wow. What an amazing view.
How haggard do I
love it.
look, y'all? We're soaking wet. It is freaking straight uphill. It is very strenuous. It started to snow. There's snow everywhere. And we are just sweating like crazy.
What? He's
Yes.
sweating? Wow, look at this.
How haggard do I look, y'all?
And he's just sweating. He has total wet hair, but everywhere yeah, it's weird if you doing winter sports. You can start to sweat, and even when there's everything full of snow and maybe 0 degrees Celsius. I don't know what's this in Fahrenheit. Here in Germany we use degrees Celsius. So you need to have 0 degrees Celsius to keep the snow lying on the street. Otherwise it's melting when it's too warm over 0. And yeah, it's I don't know what this is in Fahrenheit. But look at this. It's weird to sweat when it's this cold.
We're soaking wet. It is freaking straight uphill. It is very strenuous. It started to snow. There's snow everywhere, and we are just sweating like crazy. Look, you're soaking wet. Look at you.
Like my hair is dripping.
But we're so close. We can't quit now.
It's not much further, right?
No, it should be just up there.
So that's what you said from the bottom.
Yeah, I know. But we have had some views that have been pretty.
I need some subtitles, please. Otherwise, I don't. No, please don't jump ahead. So back again.
Well, we should have plenty of cell signal.
Yeah.
Well, we made it to Skyline Lake, except you can't see any sky because it's so foggy and snowy.
Yeah, it is coming down though.
Look at this.
It's gotten very cold. As you can see, we're bundled
nature.
back up.
This is where a beautiful blue, clear, pristine lake would be, surrounded by all these trees. But instead, it's just a pit of snow.
So it might not be worth coming all the way up here, but we definitely recommend coming halfway to that nice viewpoint where you can definitely see the mountains.
Yeah, unless it's summertime, then go all the way, baby. It's pretty cool how these snowshoes work. They just make your foot really freaking wide, so you're not just a tiny little foot, you're a big old fat foot. So that means you can walk through fresh 5-10 feet deep snow, and it barely goes in. Check that out. You can see some of the footprints of people who don't have these, and they're sinking in like sometimes well over a foot.
Yeah, I feel pretty bad for them. I hope their snowshoes are very tall.
Oh, so beautiful.
We came back downtown, and man, it was a really
village.
awesome sunset. There's just this fog that kind of settled over the town as the sun went down behind the mountains. But being a Bavarian-themed town, of course, there are a bunch of kind of German-style beer gardens, and one of them came highly recommended. I think it should be in that corner right down there.
I can definitely say that we earned these beers.
Yes, yes, we did. Whoa.
You have to be able to hold it.
That's heavier than I thought it would be.
Okay.
Whoa.
Well,
What do you think? Did I get enough
this is
beer?
a beer, but
I think you got enough beer for everyone in here. Oh my god.
What did she say, 40 ounces?
it's weird that the beer looks like this, because this is actually not typical for Bavaria, this kind of beer. It's no typical Bavarian beers like orange, yellow, and not this dark red.
Whoa. What do you think? Did I get enough beer?
I think you got enough beer for everyone in here. Oh my god.
What did she say, 40 ounces?
40 ounces? How big is a bladder? It can't be that big, right?
Well, it's not that big. No, this is at least 3 or 4 peas.
I kept it sensible and went with the glue wine at first. I'll get a beer in a second.
This is really heavy.
Ding! We came to München House for our drinks tonight, and they actually have a big grill up at the front. And
I'm getting too close to this fire.
Oh.
I might have melted my thing.
Uh-oh.
It's not melted, is it?
Oh, it might be wet, like it's melting.
München.
Oh. I think
München is the German word of Munich, the city Munich, München in Bavaria, the biggest city of Bavaria. A bit bigger than Cologne. Cologne has a bit more than 1 million inhabitants and is the 4th largest city of Germany. And Munich is the 3rd largest city of Germany with around 1.4 inhabitants.
it'll be all right. Continue.
Okay.
I'll just stand back here.
A safe distance. What I was trying to say is they actually have a grill up at the front, and they specialize in big bratwursts. But tonight, one sausage is not enough for us. We want more meat. So we got another little restaurant in town that we're gonna head to after we're done imbibing.
Yeah, I'm this far so far, so I've got a long ways to go.
We might have a long night ahead of us.
It's a really weird shot. It looks like you're on fire.
My face feels so good, but my toes are just frozen.
Act like you're burning right now.
Oh God!
So there are obviously tons of restaurant options in Leavenworth, and most of them, to be honest, do not get that great of ratings, but we found one that comes highly recommended. Is called Mozart's. It's a little bit on the fancier side, I'm not gonna lie, but totally worth it.
You say in German Mozart, not Mozart. Mozart.
Because you can get a dish.
And it's a typical American thing, always to put an S at the end of names of restaurants and even stores or supermarkets, isn't it?
Dish like this.
You even say instead Aldi. I know that you have the German discounter Aldi also in America, but I guess you say you would say Aldi's instead of Aldi. But it's Aldi, just Aldi.
Have you ever seen so much beautiful succulent meat in your life?
Okay.
But they specialize in kind of like a European fusion type of cuisine, but this particular dish is kind of like a Austrian German dish with a bunch of stuff you're gonna find in that region.
We have schnitzel, we have roasted pork hock, we've got a boar sausage, we've got venison sausage, we've got potatoes, we've got bacon cabbage, we've got cabbage steaks, we've got Dijon mustard, we've got applesauce, and we've got mushroom gravy.
How did you remember all that?
I don't know, I'm
Good
kind of
job.
good at remembering things sometimes.
I have no idea what to try first, you guys. There's just so much to choose from. This has a nice, convenient handle on it, though, so I think I'm gonna give this a try. Is it bad to just take a bite of it?
Oh, nobody's looking, you got it, dude.
It's kind of a fancy place. This is a freaking delicious piece of pork right here. This is basically pulled pork that hasn't been pulled yet. That is exactly what it tastes like. It is so moist. Look.
Yeah, I guess in Germany we would call this kind of pork Schweinshaxe. I don't know what Haxe means actually, but Schwein means pork or pig. Schweinshaxe, it's typical for Bavaria, the big pieces of pork, but I don't eat that because I rarely eat meat. I try to avoid this eating meat as much as possible, maybe 5 times a year, but only a bit. I never would order such a big plate of meat. It would definitely be too much. Even if I was eating meat, then this would be too much. But okay, they are sharing this, I guess. That's a typical for Bavaria. It's a good question if there are even vegetarians in Bavaria. Maybe only younger people, some of them, but I don't know any vegetarians in Bavaria.
It falls right. You don't even. Come on. Like, that's all you gotta do. It's freaking delicious. I think she's gonna give the sausage a try, but which one? That's the question.
Aha, I'm going with the boar. Hopefully it's not boring. You guys, we have not eaten anything since that bagel sandwich, and we had a lot of booze, so I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. How can you go wrong? Sausage, man. You don't like me talking with a mouthful of sausage?
Can you put that sausage down? It's very threatening.
Okay. All right, there is tons of flavor packed into this little feller. There's a lot of like really nice herbs in there. I want to say maybe rosemary or thyme. Obviously, it's grilled to perfection, as you can see by the char marks down here. All right, I just tried the smoked venison sausage. It beats the boar by like tenfold. Yeah. It's so good.
I tasted it too.
Yeah.
It's next level.
It tastes like smoky Texas barbecue or something like that. Sorry, I keep saying sausage, but I mean bratwurst. When in Bavaria land, it's bratwurst. Sausage. But if there are 2 of you, in fact, if there are 3, 4, maybe 5 of you, this is a meal.
Might be enough.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it indeed looks really tasty.
Holy cow, look at this one here, you guys.
Yeah, look at this.
Backwards at itself.
How is that hanging on?
I do not know. I don't understand it.
It's like a slow-moving
how is
glacier on the...
I mean, how is it even possible that it's not falling down? I don't understand it. It's like physics is on location here in this town. I don't know, but so, I've never seen this kind of snow. It's this curved like shape. I don't know. It's really weird.
The smallest scale.
Yeah, there you go.
Snow everywhere. Whoa! Okay.
We woke up today with a bunch of snow falling. It's laid a fresh layer of powder
right.
over the whole town, so we no longer have... We woke up today with a bunch of snow falling. It's laid a fresh layer of powder over the whole town, so we no longer have like the dirty, grimy streets. It's just this bright, stark white.
And we are officially in a snow globe. You can't see anything but the little town center. It's so magical.
So what the heck is a Bavarian-themed town doing in the middle of Washington State? Well, like we mentioned in the beginning of the video, this town did not always look like this. Back in the early 1900s, the Great Northern Railway came through here and the city was thriving. But that relocated in the 1920s, and because of that, the town crashed. The population plummeted, stores closed. It was about this close to becoming a ghost town. But then in the 1960s, they came up with this plan to revitalize the town, and the way they were going to do that was to completely reinvent the town. And because I guess the area around kind of looks like the South German Alps, they decided to give the town a Bavarian theme. And they didn't just transform one building or two buildings. Basically every single building in this town, even a little ways outside of the downtown, you drive around, you're going to see this kind of South German Bavarian theme everywhere. It basically looks like you're walking through the streets of a little German town. The only real difference is that you'll notice the streets are much, much wider than they ever would be in Germany. Our host at the place we're staying at had this book that actually shows the transformation.
I know what he means, that we have the streets in Germany are typically not that big like in America. And this is indeed untypical for a small town, this wide street. We have also the main street in Cologne would be probably large like this or wide like this, but not in such a small town. This is really untypical here in Germany. That's
in Germany. Our host at the place we're staying at had this book that actually shows the transformation that the town went through. Back in the 1950s, it just looked like a railroad mining...
has changed. This looks like a typical American town or city.
Lumber mill type of town. And then starting in the 1960s...
Well, so different, and this looks really like Bavaria. This is crazy. Yeah, it's I guess it's a good idea to give your town a unique look. And yeah, it's normally I guess the other German-like cities and towns in the USA are founded by Germans typically in the 19th century, but this is made up by Americans, the city, as he mentioned. It's founded by Americans who turned that into German style in the 60s. So, really crazy, but it looks really authentic.
You can see on the right how they transformed it into the Bavarian village that you see today. Even back then, it looked a lot like it does now, like it's kind of stuck in time now.
And it shows this cool transformation of the building on the corner, how it started from just like a regular old brick building, and they add all the scaffolding and they put up all the wood and decor, and then it becomes this little gingerbread house. Man, do you think we should come back in the summertime and recreate this photo?
Oh, that could definitely be us.
Yeah, I could go blonde. I think you could rock a mullet.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, snowshoeing was tons of fun, but we found an even more efficient way to get down a mountain.
Get on down there now.
Oh, man.
See you at the bottom. Bye-bye.
Okay, this looks fun.
Ready?
Feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme. Get on up. It's tubing time. Woohoo! Ah! That was a lot scarier than I thought it was gonna be.
It's quite a technique you got there.
This is the way to do it.
It's like the world's biggest sombrero.
Ah!
Wow. Okay. Yes. Yeah.
You got some air on that one, huh?
I don't like it.
You nailed it though.
Jumps, man, they were fun when I was a kid, but now I feel like my whole body's gonna crack in half.
We conquered the hill.
We did it! Hooray!
So you guys saw how
Hooray.
everyone goes sledding downtown, but that's a tiny little hill. We actually found kind of a secret spot. It turns out at the golf course, they shut down this spot here and make a little sled hill.
And it's open every single day. If you get here on a weekday, you kind of have it to yourself.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
And most importantly, you can rent the sled and the tube. You don't have to go buy them like you have to do downtown. There's nowhere to rent it over there.
Yep.
So go with the tube. The tube is a freaking blast, you guys.
Yeah. Now, if you are here on the weekend, there are bigger, better hills that you can go to, but I imagine they're packed.
Yeah.
So this is the best one, IMO.
Oh, this is so beautiful.
Well, as
I
if
think
a
which
Bavarian
winery?
town in the middle of Alp-like mountains wasn't enough of a reason to visit here, this is also Washington wine country. There are tons of vineyards in the area. In fact, there are actually tons of orchards that grow all types of different fruits.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts. There's just like from the bird's eye view, it's as far as the eye can see, just orchards everywhere.
I've never seen so many. We've been in upstate New York and we've seen quite a few orchards, but apparently here they grow pears. Sadly, obviously, we are outside of the season, but at least we get to taste their grapes in the best way possible.
Yes, we do. But there's just something really cool about seeing all the vineyards and the orchards just completely frozen over, right?
I mean, I know they're all dead, but
Amazing.
they just look so beautiful, just all statuesque there, covered in snow. So one thing you'll notice is that there are tons of tasting rooms downtown, but if you go right outside of the city center, you can come to the actual wineries themselves. We have come to Icicle Ridge Winery and can confirm it is a great place to come. Get away from the crowds, you're in this magical log cabin.
We got a little bit of cheese. We did a tasting as usual. The reds here are fantastic.
Oh my God,
We're the
yes.
only ones here.
Weekdays, some stuff is closed, but what's open, you have to yourself.
Come to the town, visit the whole town on
Yeah.
the weekdays. I mean, it's so many less people.
Yeah, I just love that after a day out exploring, you can either go to a beer garden or you can get fancy and come to a winery.
The next day.
Well, that is gonna do it for our time in the adorable little town of Leavenworth.
Aw, just like that, it was over.
If you guys were wondering where the heck Clementine's been, she was actually parked in this spot down in Ellensburg, which is where we are now. And we found someone who will park it for 25 bucks a night.
Yeah, the Econo Lodge.
Yeah, it was a pretty good deal.
Yeah, we were just really scared to try to take her on any more mountain passes, so
Yeah.
we left her sitting here gently while we took Ruby off.
Yeah, so there's a road that connects Leavenworth to Ellensburg. It takes a little over an hour to drive it when there's no harsh weather. And luckily we got a nice little window where there was beautiful snow as far as the eye could see, except the roads were clear.
Yep.
But everything we did in Leavenworth and the surrounding area is gonna be linked in the description below. We'll also add some stuff that we didn't do, that we didn't have time to squeeze in. There was just so much to do, you guys. You can spend a lot of time there. We only had a couple days, but spend a week there if you can. All right, we're gonna go hold up at an RV park and then get the heck out of here.
All right, goodbye, adventurers.
We'll see you on the road.
Goodbye. Yeah, wow. This was really, really amazing. So it would look really authentically like a German Bavarian town. And yeah, let's go to Leavenworth in Washington. So thanks to The Endless Adventure for this really cool travel vlog. It was really fun to see a Bavarian town in the USA. So, and thanks to you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you give this video a thumbs up, and if you subscribe to my channel, then I would be really happy. Thank you. Auf Wiedersehen and goodbye.